asked ChatGPT if this particular rental for sale in Detroit is a good investment, and I'm going to share with you exactly what ChatGPT had to say. I'm Monique Burns. My husband and I have been buying houses in Detroit since 2007. We bought our first property. We put a Section 8 tenant in it. Since then, we have renovated, buy and held, sold, a combination of all that, 300 plus houses in Detroit. And we are in the business of selling turnkey houses, and we target Section 8 tenants. So I'm going to tell you about this particular house. I know all the numbers because it's a house I currently have for sale, but don't get too excited because I rarely have them for sale for long, and you're about to see why. So these are the numbers I told ChatGPT. It's a 3-bedroom. This particular one is a 1.5. They usually have just one bathroom. And we are selling it for $84,000. The rent is $1,300. That's with a Section 8 tenant. That's the going rate right now. Back in 2023, it was about $150, $200 more than that. If you want to know why that changed, you can watch my last video where I go into the utility allowance. The insurance is $900. The taxes typically are, to be safe and fair, are around $1,800. I added in there, what is the turnover cost? That was a tough one to come up with, and I'm going to go into more of that as the video goes on, but I thought, it's between $3,000 to $5,000, maybe every 2-ish years. So the ChatGPT, for the sake of putting in something, they did $2,000 per year for turnover. And then the maintenance cost, that's another hard one. Like with our own investment properties, sometimes we have less than $500 a year, less than $300. And then other times if there's a turnover, it could be a little bit more, like maybe $3,000 or something. So that was a tough number for me. So I said, okay, let's just say $1,000. Property management fees, property managers in Detroit are seeming to run about $100 a month per house instead of the flat 10% anymore. They seem to settle on $100 a month. I have a lot more to say about that. But anyway, let me tell you what ChatGPT had to say. Income is $15,600. Your operating expenses are $6,900. The net operating income is $8,700, which leaves a cap rate of 10.36%. And I'm going to read to you what they had to say about that. These figures indicate a potentially attractive investment, particularly given the double-digit cap rate. All right, it's time to get real with you guys. I can do way better than that. I'm going to tell you how you could get a particular house with real numbers in Detroit, and you could get an ROI of 15.97%. So really what? 16%. And I'll explain it to you. Just wait a minute here. I figured out something. I know something about the people who watch my videos. They're really smart people, and they realize that I give quality. I spend a lot of time talking to people that buy my houses or buy my course. These are really cool, intelligent people, and they're the ones who subscribe. So go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. It just means you're smart, right? In my years of doing this house flipping, we had a time period where we were property managers. Never seemed to make enough money at it. We sold off the property management end of it, and then I learned a few things. That property managers, they're not charging $3,000 to $5,000 for a turnover. They're charging between $5,000 to, I don't think we've even seen a $5,000. I think the lowest we've ever seen is $7,000. Between $7,000, and we just saw one the other day come in at $20,000. And then we also see repairs through the roof. We just saw one of our houses that we sold. The investor said, "Can you just look at this?" And it was $2,700. And it was I don't know. I can't even go into it. I don't have it in front of me, but it was ridiculous. Like, what? My husband was just mind boggled looking at this. So seeing all this, I saw a problem and I came up with a solution. And my solution is, my husband and I did this thing. We created an online course, and it's called Section 8 Rental Mastery, Manage It Yourself, the Pat and Monique method. Pat's my husband. And so in this course, I go into depth of all the knowledge that you would need to have to just do this yourself. Avoid the property manager. We offer all kinds of great support and forms, and I could go on, but there's a link below and you can get all the information what's inside the course. And one of the things I do to have longevity with tenants is I screen. And it's not the way you think. I have read other people's screening tactics and I'm like, wow, I would never have a tenant in Detroit if I listened to that. It's different. When you have a Section 8 tenant, I'm asking a whole different kind of set of questions. I have a free offer for you. If you just want to know the quality of material that's in my course, check out my free offer. It's my tenant screening questionnaire. Link below. You got to open up the description below or I'll pin it in the comments so you can get that. And I will send you that and let you know more about my course that way. So let me give you a real case scenario of a real house that is actually for sale right now. Maybe by the time I post this, it won't be. I have another link below to my exclusive buyers list, which puts you on my list of people who want to buy in Detroit. I just need to know if you're buying cash or if you're buying with a mortgage. This particular example I'm giving you is a fresh renovation that we just did. We also sell houses, like the person with the $20,000 estimate, she just wants to sell it. Same with the guy with the $2,700 estimate. He wants to just sell that house. I've got that one for sale too. So link below, open below, and you can see my for sale page as well. But let me give you an example of a house, and I'm going to give you all the real numbers. Okay. So the house is at 12044 College. I've got it listed for rent right now. Well, my for sale page, you can see pictures of the house. And we are selling it for our price for a 3-bedroom in Detroit, which is $84,000. The rent is, I don't have a tenant yet. It's going to be $1,300 at least. They're coming in a little above, kind of between 13 and 14. So this is even conservative. So let's just say I get $1,300. The taxes on this one are not $1,800. Like my example where I was being conservative, but ChatGPT still said it was a great deal. So anyway, the taxes on this one are $1,285, and that's for 2024 taxes. The insurance is running at right around $900. So your total income is $15,600. Your total expenses are $2,185. And your annual cash flow is $13,415. And if you manage it yourself, which I promise you, you can do from anywhere in the world if you follow my system, your ROI for that is 15.97%. I beat you, ChatGPT. Just saying, I beat you. Not that it was a competition. I mean, ChatGPT is smart, but it doesn't know what I know, which is how to avoid what is the actual financial loss in Detroit. It's not what everybody thinks. It's actually the property management that's so expensive. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the course or just selling you one of our houses.